In reaching its decision, the committee has had regard to the relevant legislation, the Secretary of State's guidance, particularly in relation to reviews, and the Council's statement of licensing policy. The committee considered the review application, the representations and submissions made by all the parties involved, verbally, in CCTV footage and in writing. The committee recognised that the proceedings set out in the Act for reviewing premises licences represent a key protection for the community when problems associated with crime and disorder, public safety, public nuisance or the protection of children from harm are occurring. The Act provides the licensing authority with a range of powers on determining a review that it may exercise where it considers them appropriate and proportionate to the promotion of the licensing objectives. Each case has to be determined on its own merits on the balance of probabilities. The committee also recognised that paragraph 11.24 of the guidance advises that when dealing with reviews in connection with crime, licensing authorities do not have the power to judge the criminality or otherwise of any issue. This is a matter for the courts. The licensing authority's role when determining such a review is not therefore to establish the guilt or innocence of any individual, but to ensure the promotion of the crime prevention objective. The committee notes 9.53 of the guidance, which states the authority's determination should be evidence-based, justified as being appropriate for the promotion of the licensing objectives and proportionate to what it is intended to achieve. The committee welcomes and appreciates the crucial evidence provided by the police, the relevant authorities, the premises licence holder and the interested parties. The committee expects that all licensed premises in Westminster have a duty to ensure that crime, disorder and public nuisance is not caused as a result of their operation. Premises licence holders must and are expected to manage their premises with robust policies to promote the licensing objectives. The committee agree with the Metropolitan Police Services that the premises is associated with serious crime. First and foremost, the circumstances around the horrific and traumatic incident suffered by the victim has been uppermost in our minds. However, there is clear evidence of a change in the general management of the premises. The premises licence holder has also been working in partnership with the Metropolitan Police Services. The conditions agreed between the Metropolitan Police Services and the premises licence holder provides a turning point for a venue which provides an important service to everyone, and in particular the LGBTQIA+ community. The committee recognises the iconic nature of this premises. Nevertheless, the committee has a primary function to promote the licensing objectives, which includes the prevention of crime and disorder, prevention of public nuisance and the promotion of public safety. The committee also had regard to its Section 149 Public Sector Equality Duty under the Equality Act 2010. In all the circumstances in making this decision, the committee, so far as possible, sought to identify whether the issues at the premises could be resolved and what remedial action should be taken to promote the licensing objectives, ensuring that these are directed at those issues. The committee has not sought to establish the guilt or innocence of any party, but have considered what steps are appropriate for the promotion of the licensing objectives. The committee is now assured by the premises licence holder that there are safeguards in place to ensure the safe welfare of the public at all times, strong management of the queue, a desire to work in partnership with Metropolitan Police Services and residents, all of which has been conditioned and agreed with the Metropolitan Police Services. It is expected by the committee that the premises licence holder will ensure full compliance with the licence conditions so that the licensing objectives are not undermined. This case also has been determined on its own merits and facts. Having carefully considered the committee papers, the additional evidence, the CCTV footage and the oral submissions made by the Metropolitan Police, interested parties and the premises licence holder, the committee has decided, after taking into account all of the individual circumstances of this case and the promotion of the 4 licensing objectives, that it is appropriate and proportionate the following steps to be taken in relation to the full review of the premises licence for Heaven Nightclub, 10A The Arches, London WC2N 6NG, namely, to modify the conditions on the premises licence. 1. To delete the following conditions on the existing premises licence, conditions 39 and 40. 2. To amend condition 19 to insert the words "and cleaned" after the word "swept" on the first line. 3. To add the following additional conditions to the premises licence, agreed conditions dated 5/12/24 at 2100 hours, as amended at the hearing on the 6th of December 2024. I will now ask Mr. Burnett to go through those conditions.
So the conditions agreed at 9 o'clock yesterday, save for the following amendments. Number 1, last entry. No customers are permitted to enter or re-enter the premises after 0300 hours, save for customers who have temporarily left the premises, and we've inserted "and are in the smoking area." The next amendment falls at, in a majority of conditions, at 7 places. It identifies the licensing authority, and the licensing authority throughout the condition will be replaced with authorised officers of the council. Condition 3, a CCTV operator licensed by the SIA to carry out that role shall be working from midnight. We've inserted the words "to close" on every night that the premises is in operation. Condition 5, premises management shall liaise as appropriate with and we've inserted night safety programme as requested by the licensing authority. Condition 7, the first condition will read: the premises shall report any incidents or allegations of serious, we've inserted the word serious, assault, including sexual assault, to the police, and we've inserted the words "without delay." And finally, under condition 9, a direct telephone number for the manager on duty at the premises. We've inserted the words "on duty."
The committee's determination in relation to full review does not have effect until the end of the period given for appealing against a recent decision, or if the decision is appealed against, until the appeal is disposed of. Submissions in relation to the review of the interim steps review decision. The committee recognised that the purpose of today's hearing is twofold. 1. Firstly, to consider what appropriate and proportionate steps should be taken for the promotion of the licensing objectives in respect of the review. And 2. Secondly, to review the interim steps taken on 19th of November 2024 at the interim steps hearing and decide whether it is appropriate for any of the steps to remain in place or to be not modified, and if so, whether such steps should continue to have immediate effect. The committee has reviewed the interim steps and heard the submissions by the parties and has determined that the suspension of the premises licence imposed at the interim steps hearing on the 19th of November 2024 shall be lifted and replaced with, over to Mr. Burnett.
Again, to delete the conditions 39 and 40, to amend condition 19 to insert the words "and cleaned" after the word "swept" on the first line, and then again, all the agreed conditions dated the 5th of the 12th at 2100 hours as amended at this hearing today. I've been through the amendments, unless you really want to go through those amendments again. That's where we are.
Okay.
Yeah.
The committee further decided that the reviewed interim steps will take immediate effect and shall continue until end of the period given for appealing against the recent decision, or if the decision is appealed against until the appeal is disposed of. That's it. Thank you.
Thank you very much indeed.
Okay.
Yeah, thank you.